Alright, it's 5:10. We're listening to Egg Chicken. Let's get these Shadow Dragons done.
Welcome to my hobby desk, and welcome to my Descent Speed Painting series. If you're interested in the other videos in this series, I have them linked in the eye in the upper right hand corner. Alright, Shadow Dragons. So here's what we got thus far. Happy with it came out, except for this wing, which is weird. So we're gonna see what we can do about that today. And I'm actually going to take our glaze from yesterday and just hit that up. We got to about a 50-50 glaze of Nauseating Blue and Gene Stealer Purple. It might actually be leaning a little harder towards the Gene Stealer Purple. And I'm going to do a few other areas on this dragon that I didn't highlight yesterday. We're going to increase the Gene Stealer Purple in the glaze. We're probably a little more than a 2-to-1 at this point. And now we're going to do just the topmost portions of the wings, and we're going to try to hit maybe some of the arm, or the, I don't know what it's called on a dragon, but the part that looks like where the bone is on the wing. We're going to hit that too and bring that up a little bit. I was able to do it on the first dragon. The second dragon wasn't dry yet because glazes take longer, so we'll go ahead and work on some other stuff that we want to get done on these guys. Alright, we're going to bust out my Scorpion Green and my Putrid Green, and we're going to make glazes out of these guys in the same fashion we did before. And we're going to do the Scorpion Green, which is the darker of the two, and use it to get the inside of the mouth on both dragons. The card art for these guys has kind of like a glowy effect in the mouth, and so I'm trying to replicate that here. And when you're doing thin glazes over white, it helps it look more luminous, especially if the color is a very bright luminous color that has some yellow in it. In this case, these two greens have that. Get some multicolor white. I'm going to put this in the eyes because I want to replicate this glowing effect. When you're speed painting, or so I've been told, it's helpful to have an aspect of the mini that kind of draws attention. So in this case, I want the attention drawn to the head of the dragon, the face with the glowing mouth and the glowing eyes. And people will be more forgiving of the overall paint job if an aspect that draws their attention is really interesting to them. So we're going for that effect with the mouth and the eyes. The second dragon is still wet from the glazes, so I'm going to put these guys up on my fancy paint holders, and we're going to go ahead and clean up the bases and paint them black, and then do the red rim on the not an elite, it's actually the master. And I grabbed my raw and black right there. So here's the correct black. All right, and let's go ahead and do these bases. Now on to Putrid Green, which is the lighter of the two, and we're just going to do the tongue so that it'll be a little bit more luminescent, and then we're also going to dab this in the eyes. If it spills over a little bit, that's fine. It'll just contribute to the glowing effect that we're trying to shoot for here on the face of the dragon. The Master Shadow Dragon is now dry enough that we can do an application of the 2-to-1 Gene Stealer Purple, Nauseating Blue, and this is probably even a little bit more Gene Stealer Purple. So again, we're doing the tops here. I'm being sloppy, that's okay, because our very last step is we're going to put a watered down non-oil on this, and it will help clean out those transitions and darken down everything and bring everything back to a more harmonious color. We're going to go straight to a glaze of pure Gene Stealer Purple. I'm going to get a smaller brush. I'm going to do this along the ridges where it looks like the bones are running underneath the wing. Again, I'm being sloppy. The non-oil will kind of help even all that out, and there'll just be spots of this brightest purple on the most highest portions. I'm also doing this on the highest fold, and a few of the other ones that are sticking out a bit just to kind of hit the edges. And we're going to do the same thing on the Master Dragon. I decided to go a little bit heavier, and just trusting that the wash we're going to apply will even it out for me, and just to see kind of how it works out. After getting a result I was happy with on the Master, I went back and did a more heavier application over here on the Minion Shadow Dragon. Apologize for saying more heavier and more faster and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to go back and do these retakes, so great. Enjoy the painting. Null oil. We're going to use this to bring down the brightness and also tie together all the various layers of glazing. I'm watering this down to about a 50-50, so the darkening effect isn't as extreme, and we're just going to put this over all of the area that we have been glazing, and when this dries, it's going to help kind of even out all the transitions and make it so it all fits together when you're looking at it on the table. That is all I had time for this morning. If you hobbied this morning and made a video, please link it in the comments below. I would love to take a look at it. All the videos in this series are linked in the upper right hand corner. Next, we're going to pull out the last couple models I have in Descent, and that is the Elementals. So until then, have a good one.